कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण
कृष्ण हरे हरे,
हरे राम राम
राम हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे,
हरे राम
राम राम।
ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से है मेरी आत्मा, अब चल कर ले मिलन। परमानंद का अनुभव कर, ओ परमानंद का अनुभव कर, तू धन्य बना जीवन। ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा अभिवादन ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से है मेरी आत्मा अब चल कर ले मिलन अब चल कर ले मिलन अब चल कर ले मिलन
आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान भटक रहे हम राह दिखा दे भगवन राह दिखा रे भटक रहे हम राह दिखा दे भगवन राह दिखा दे कदम कदम पर किरण पिचा दे भगवन किरण पिचा दे ओ कदम कदम पर किरण पिचा दे भगवन किरण पिचा दे इन अखियन को प्रभु करा दे इन अखियन को प्रभु करा दे ज्योति से पहचान ज्योति से पहचान आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान हम तो है संतान तिहारी प्रभु संतान तिहारी हम तो है संतान तिहारी प्रभु संतान तिहारी तेरी दया के हम अधिकारी प्रभु है हम अधिकारी ओ तेरी दया के हम अधिकारी प्रभु है हम अधिकारी दुनिया हो बेसुखी हमारी दुनिया हो बेसुखी हमारी ऐसा दे वरदान ऐसा दे वरदान आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान आज अंधेरे में है हम
2. Good morning each and everyone. Sound check, testing the sound.
वसुदेव सुतं देवं कंसचानुर्मर्दनम् देवकी परमानन्दम् कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय जय जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो। जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो। और कोई न केवल हारा हो और कोई न केवल हारा हो। फिर तू ही मेरा पार करो फिर तू ही मेरा पार करो। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे विष को भी अमृत कर दे। तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे विष को भी अमृत कर दे। पूरन कर दे उनकी आशा पूरन कर दे उनकी आशा। जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे प्रभु जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। अंधेरे में है हम इंसान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान। आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान। भटक रहे हम राह दिखा दे भगवन, राह दिखा रे। भटक रहे हम राह दिखा दे भगवन, राह दिखा दे। कदम कदम पर किरण बिछा दे भगवन, किरण बिछा दे। ओ कदम कदम पर किरण बिछा दे भगवन, किरण बिछा दे। इन अखियन को प्रभु करा दे, इन अखियन को प्रभु करा दे। ज्योति से पहचान, ज्योति से पहचान। आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान। आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान। हम तो है संतान तिहारी, प्रभु संतान तिहारी। हम तो है संतान तिहारी, प्रभु संतान तिहारी। तेरी दया के हम अधिकारी, प्रभु है हम अधिकारी। ओ तेरी दया के हम अधिकारी, प्रभु है हम अधिकारी। दुनिया हो बेसुखी हमारी, दुनिया हो बेसुखी हमारी। ऐसा दे वरदान, ऐसा।
Please. And as you see before you here, we have 6 judgmen who are known as their son or their son, and they will be performing these rites in the name of their beloved mother. My dear devotee, the name mother alone, it tells us a long, long history of being a good child to your parents. And once she's a good child to your parents, surely there's no worries, because that blessings from today she will deliver to her children. Put your hands together. Hari Om. Om Sri Shuklambaram Devi Shashi Chatrabhujatam Prastam Vigaram Gananayakam Ganadhipati Gauri Narayanam Namastute Namo Namah. Om Pavitreya Pavitro Sarvastanam Gato Piva या सुमरे पुंडरीकाक्षम सर्वभवंतरिक्षुचिरवम श्री विष्णु विष्णुदेवाय नमो नमः ओम नारायणं नमस्तुते नमः. As we pray to Sri Vishnu Bhagavan, who is known as the Father, the sustaining force, Lord Vishnu, my dear devotees, He blessed His children and He also removed all the negativities, the blocks and the barriers that may confront them. Hari Om. Om Shantakaram Bhujakshainam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagan Sadrisham Megavaranam Shubhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamal Nainam Yogi Vidyana Gamyam Bande Vishnu Bhavai Karanam Salvaloke Kanatam Om Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Devaya Namo Navam Bali Sri Vishnu Bhagavan Ki Jai Jai. Touch the flowers to your forehead. Put it by her feet. The audience, you could sit. Bow to it. Bow to it. Whenever you put the flowers there, always bow to it, because this is where you'll be bowing to your mother feet. Yeah. Yes. Om Sri Narayanam Paramatmaya Purushtam. Let all of them hold your hand, just now. Touch your hand. Om Sri Namo Narayanam Paramatmaya Purushatam Brahma Vishnu Maheshwaram Lakshmi Narayanam Namastute Namo. Press it here. Om Brahma. I give him the lota water. You're walking around. You're walking around 3 times. You're taking the water and sprinkling it on the body. This is what we know as a pavitra or purification. Go ahead. Om Ganga Jamuna Godavari Saraswati Triveni Nirmal Jalam Trahima Pundrikaksham Sarva Bhagava Antarik Suchinamam Sri Vishnu Vishnuvedavam Brahma Vishnu Maheshwaram Lakshmi Narayanam Namo Rava. Om Sarva Papam Gharam Nirmal Jalam Trahimam Pundrikaksham Sarva Bhagavanama. Om. No, you let me do the talking. You do talk. Om Sri Narayan. Om Akhanda Chanda Mandalakaram. Very S. Very S. Very S. Good. Next one. Next S. Om Sri. By the neck. Akhanda Chanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam. Sri Chandanam. Next one. Right hand. You right hand. You right hand. Not your arm. You right hand. No. That's the left. Hey boy. I just get confused with you. Bring it pinned up. Om Sri. Om Agustaram Amugotram Mritya Sravanam Nimitram Evitu Pinda Pinda Danam Mayotavo Patishtam Om Sri Pinda Danam Navudava. Put it here. Put it very here. Right here. Where's that?
Put your hand like this, sir.
Right, good. Oh, Pavitriya Pavitra Sarvasthanam. Yeah, good. Next one. You just shake them not now. Right. Huh? Right hand. Hold on. Om. Om Amogotram Amokram Nimitram Savanam Nimitram Evatu Pinda Maya Dhiye Tavo Patishtam. Om Evatu Pinda Maya Dhiye Tavo Patishtam. Well, before you put it down, you must always put it to your forehead first. Bow to it. This is a representative of Lord Vishnu. All right, you move from there. Give the two of them a chance now. All right, come forward. It's not who first and who's second, you know. When you see Mama cook food, it's who is first eat, you know. Yes, no. Om, you want to hold it, you touch his hands. Om Sri Amogotram Amokram, take all the name. Jajmanam se Mrityu Shavanam Vishwavanam Nimitam Evatu Pinda Mayadhi Tavo Patishtam. Om Sri Pinda Danam Nama. Left hand. Om Sri Brahma Vishnu Maheshwaram. Om Pavitra Pavitram Vasu Pavitram. Om Deva Vishnu Devam Namo Nama. All right, next one. Next two. Om, take all the name. Om Amogotram Amogotram Shavananimetu Pinda Maya Diyetavo Patishtam. Touch it to your forehead by the navel. Put in away one roller. Om. Right. As you move out from there, the last two, by the feet. Om Amogotram Amokram Nimitam Shavanam Nimitavatu Pinda Mayadhi Etavo Patishtam. Om Charan Kamal Bhiyo Namam Sri Pinda Danam. By the feet, yes. Om Sri Narayanam Paramatmaye Purushatam. Om Shavana Devaye Namah. Come by. Take that. From there upwards. Om Sri Sugandatilam. You walk in. You have an easy way or just take a cover. If you know. Om. You done? Organize the RT. Yeah, no. RT and Mala. Om Sri Sugandatilam Shamalam Narayanam Namastute Nama Namastute Purushatam. Yeah. Yeah, wrong the body. Oh, Mr. Avinash. All right. Are you finished? All right, Hane, one Amala. बोले श्री वृंदावन कृष्ण चंद्र की जय. When you hold any mala, hold it two string. And as the next thing you know, all the flowers will fall out. My dear devotees, let us all stand, please. Let us all stand, please. On this part where we're going to perform arti to the osnan to the body. And in this part, my dear devotees, we are asking God to remove all the negativities, all the blocks and the barriers and the darkness that may have confronted the soul or the body. You will observe that they all has beautiful mala in their hand, but I do not want the daughter to get frightened and the granddaughters and them to get frightened too, because they have to perform snan also to the body. The daughter-in-law is the same way. So you take one of the mala first, stand up there, facing God, don't face me. Right. Open it out. Om Pushpamalam Sarvasthanam Sri Narayanam Namastute Ramam Om Sri Samdaye Devi Namastute Ramam. Put it up. Bali Sri Umapati Mahadeva Ki Jai. Arti. Now we observe what he did there. He put the mala first and then he will be doing arti to the body. When he finish, you will hold it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Huh? How you go to it? Let me see. How you know? All right, yes, go ahead. You're going good. Itna tu karna swa. Come on, so. Jab pran. Come. Right, wrong. Jab pran tan se nikle Govinda naam. Don't worry, I go help you. Jab pran go. You're doing that 3 times. Itna tu karna swami. Jab pran tan se nikle Govinda naam lekar. 3 times. You take the arti now. Huh? Go ahead. मेरे जान तन से निकले इतना तू करना स्वामी ये तो गंगा जी का तट हो यमुना की तट निकट हो और सांवरा निकट हो जब प्राण तन से निकले इतना तू करना स्वामी जब प्राण तन से निकले गोविंद नाम लेकर श्री बिंद्रावन कटल गो विष्णु चरण का जल गो मुकरे में तुलसी डल गो जब प्राण तन से निकले इतना तू कर स्वामी जब प्राण तन से निकले गोविंद नाम लेकर मेरे सांवरा खरा हो तिरछा चरण धरा हो बंसी ससुर गरा हो जब प्राण तन से निकले गोविंद नाम लेकर गोविंद नाम लेकर इतना तू करना स्वामी सिर सोगना मुकुट हो मुकरे में काली लट हो यग ज्ञान में घटावो जब प्राण तन से निकले इतना तू करना. So why didn't fix the roof? Why didn't fix the roof? How do you water leak on you? Jai Krishna Hare Sri Krishna Hare दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे, जय 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 कृष्ण. Like nobody understand and know this bhajan boy. Huh? जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो, आशा का दूर किनारा हो, जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो, आशा का दूर किनारा हो, और कोई न केवन गारा हो, फिर तो ही बेड़ा पार करो, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय 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 कृष्ण. Somebody volunteer to sing. Go ahead. Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Shri Ram. मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम, ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम. लोचन मन में जगी न गोटो, लोचन मन में जगी न गोटो, युगर शरण होलसी, युगर शरण में ले लो राम. Anybody you want to come and do arti again? Avadi dot alone, how much samasana is here? All you have wife? Well, all the wife come and do arti, what are you ready now, man? They'll make sort of call now, you know. लोचन मन में जगी न गोटो, युगर शरण में ले लो राम, ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम. जीवन देखा जाल बिछाया, रच की माया नाचन छाया, चिंता मेरी कभी मिटेगी, चिंता मेरी कभी मिटेगी, जब चिंतन में ले लो राम, ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम. My dear devotees, you know this bhajan. It tells us that the devotee of Lord Rama, as he went in search for God, and he looked at places in and out, village to village, and from country to country, he looked for God, and unfortunately, he could not have find God. And on seeing him in his vision, he says to the Lord, that I'll be looking all over for you. But if you have no place in your heart for me, and if you have no place in your arms for me, Lord, give me shelter unto the lotus-like feet of yours. And today there is devotee of yours, my Lord, who is known as Samdaye. We asking you, Lord, to accept her as a pure and devoted child of yours, for she have made special sacrifices in order to bring happiness, not to herself alone, but to her family. So we'll now go to who have to do eulogy. Come, who have to do the eulogy, that they will be doing so. While in the meantime, we could ask you all to have a seat.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you all for coming on our most difficult time to support us. My name is George, and I am her eldest son. On behalf of all my brothers and sisters, we want to thank you all. My mother was an amazing lady. She was strong, kind, polite, very caring person that I know. She was the kind of person never complained for anything. She was always satisfied, even though she was not, but God had other plan for her. She left us very early, but she had a good long life, and my sibling and I and her grandchildren will miss you, will always be in our heart forever. We love you, will miss you dearly. May your soul rest in peace until we meet again. Thank you for everything you have done for us. Thanks, everybody.
Bless Vrindavan Krishna Chandra ki. Is there anyone who would like to say a few words? Please come forward. My dear devotees, I cannot believe that although everybody says that my neighbor, my friend, my mother was such a nice person, my nanny was such a nice person, and she did everything for us. And in the time of need, for us to say one beautiful word for her, here comes the grandchild.
I get to know. I want to first of all extend my gratitude to all the relatives. To all the relatives, friends, and attendees who have come today to honor this great woman. Samdaye Sahadeo, a person who we have all come to love and cherish for many years. My grandmother was a beloved woman. She was a remarkable person who brought love and happiness to so many. I had a connection with my grandmother like no other. She was the one who would always provide the wisdom and advice you needed just at the right time. When things were tough, I knew I could turn to her and she would do what she did best, be my grandmother, and make things better. My grandma was a very strong woman and she always got her way. Maybe that's one quality I got from her. She was also the kind of person who put other people before herself. She never liked asking for help. But she was already ready to lend a helping hand to others. She would do everything in her power to help other people, although she never got the chance. I think in her own way, she was able to show us how important we all were to her. We no longer see her again, but she will always have a special place in my heart. Her was time for them, and especially like my grandmother. Thank you.
Oh, thank you ever so much, babes. May the Lord bless you, give you divine understanding to accept defeat at times. And this is what is important for all of us. Is there anybody who would like to say a few words again? Please come forward. Malti, what about you? You want to say nothing? You tell Shia, you talk to Shia very? When you talk to Shia? Is there anybody on this side would like to say a few words? Please come forward. Anyhow, Bale Sri Vrindavan Krishna Chandra ki jai. No, you could sit down. My dear devotees, death becomes the starting point of a new and a better life. Death does not end the personality of a person and the self-consciousness of them, but it merely opens the doorway to a higher form of life. Death as it is only the gateway to a fuller life. It is says that when the Lord has ascended us upon earth, He gave us that very beautiful page that all of us will write our karma in. The karma is whatever we do, not only the daily basis, but in the night too. Many people might feel that, oh God only seen in the day, He don't see in the night, and I got to do all the nonsense in the night. No. He says here, birth and death are jugglery of Maya. Maya is illusion. And he who is born, he becomes to die. As many great rishis and munis says that, Lord, I do not want to be avagaman. Avagaman means I do not want to have to come and go. But I want to remain in the angels above. He says that Kabir Das tells us also, my devotees, that when the child born, what did they do? They turn over the child, they hold his 2 foot up, and they hit him a little lash in the buttock, and the child started to bawl, kaha means, where am I? And when the child throws some vomit, and he throws some spirit, then what happens? They hold him or they start to love him up. That's when he was crying. And Kabir Das tells us that everybody now started to laugh who was around the midst. Because they say, oh, the child born now, so we're happy. But Kabir Das say, I will do something. Just like Samdaye say, I will do something. Today, I will be living and I will be a happy person. You see how much are you all crying? You see how much are you all sulky? And you see how much are you all with regrets now? That, oh yes, this, oh yes, that. But the fact about it is this. When we understand what Kabir Das tells us, we have to live for the another world. Just as he says, you move from one house to another. The soul passes through from body to body. Just like we will change clothes. And you'll change that clothes. But this clothes, my devotees, you could wash it. Right? But you can't put no bleach anything in it, and you can spoil it. This clothes, all it need, that purification. Om Ramaye Rambhadraye Ramachandra Vedase Sri Raghunath Nathaye Sitapati Namo Rava Om Namo Vijnanam Swaruparam Paramanandam Krishnataye Gopinataye Govindaye Namo Rava. Lord Rama says, take my name and place it to the tip of your tongue. And so that you will have that light when you open your mouth. Instead of going foul language to people, you will have that light that represents you. Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, He says, Patram Pushpam Tuyam Phalam. When you offer to me a fruit, a flower, I leave even some water. You offer it with sincerity, you offer it with love, you offer it with devotion, and surely you have my blessings. So here it is, my devotees, as it says, death is not the end of life. Life is one continuous, never-ending process. Death is only a passing necessary phenomenon which every soul has to pass through and again and again. My devotees, it have plenty of people that believe that they won't die, Plenty of people believe that, I go remain here forever and ever. And when you see death come, just like the fellow who lie down in the bed, and he say, oh, Christ, boy, I could die now. So he said that 2, 3 times. So he hear when the partner shake the door. When he say, oh, Christ, I could die now. Partner shake the door. He say, who is that? He say, me, Christ, I come for you. He say, Christ, man, I can make a joke in my own house. This is my house. He said, no, you want me to come for you, I come for you. So my devotees, you don't make joke with God's word. God's work is very serious and simple, and we do whatever we're supposed to do to maintain good health and, as we call it, happiness. Prem se bolo Sri Vindravane Krisha Chandra ki Jai Jai Narayan. Om. So as we say this prayer now, and we're asking God to take care of that soul. My dear devotees, I will ask of you please to put your hands together. And in this way, together with you and your family, you say, as God saw that she was getting very tired and there was never a cure to be. So we put our hands around him and whispered into him, please come with me. When they observed that it is nobody else other than the Lord himself, placed his hands around her, and it says with pain-filled heart and with tear-filled eyes, we all watch him and we all watch her fade away. Although we love her so dearly, we could not make her stay. Lord, I pray to you, keep your arms around her and in your loving care. Lord, make up for all that she has suffered. And Lord, all that seems to be unfair. A golden heart has stopped beating. Hard-working hands is at rest. God has broken our heart to prove that he only takes the very best. Om Narayanam Paramatmaye Purushatam Brahma Vishnu Maheshwaram Lakshmi Narayanam Namo Rava Om Ananda Deva Deva Shankar Chakarakara Sakara Purushatam Prit Muksharam Prit Bhava Narayanam Namastute Namo Rava. Let us all stand. Or take flowers, everybody take flowers in their hand. Yeah, yeah. So, my dear devotees, before we conclude, we pray and we ask in God, in whatever way the Lord himself, some will know him as Allah, some will know him as Ram, some will know him as Krishna, some will know him as Sai Baba, some will know him as Jesus Christ, but some will know him as God. And whatever way that you know him, or whatever way you worship him, pray and ask God that may he bless her, guide her, and protect her. Om Ananda Deva Deva Shankar Chakrakara Dharam Akshara Purush Pritmuksham Parabhava Krishna Krishna Kripalo Kripalo Gavam Viram Samagaram Magam Prashidam Purushotatam Om Sri Narayanam Namastute Namo Namam Hare Hare Gopal Radhe Krishna Hare Hare Gopal Radhe Krishna Hare Hare Govinda Pandu Ranga Hare Hare Govinda Pandu Ranga Hare Hare Gopal Radhe Krishna Hare Hare Gopal Radhe Krishna. Bali Sri Vindravane Krishna Chandra ki Jai. My dear devotees, as you keep standing, we have 3 notes that come from away, and they would like to listen to it in the voice. Please listen carefully.
What can I say about Ma that probably has not already been said? My grandmother was the kindest person that I knew. She didn't have a bad bone in her entire body. She loved her kids, her grandkids, and her great-grandkids. She always wanted to know when we would be coming back home to Trinidad. And the moment she found out any one of us was coming, the first thing she wanted to do was make sure she cooked and there was food waiting for us for when we got there. But you didn't have to be family to get that treatment from my grandmother. You could be a stranger coming into her home, and she made sure that you were taken care of because that's the kind of person she was. I could remember when I was younger and I was in Trinidad, I had gotten surgery. She came to the hospital from morning until she had to leave in the evening, and she stayed with me. She rubbed my feet, she rubbed my head, she took care of me. My grandmother always took care of me. She always was there for me. I am so grateful to her for all that she did for me growing up. I'm so grateful for the time that I got to spend with her. I wish that I had gotten more time. I wish that Renzi had more time to spend with her. I miss you, Ma. I love you. I'm sorry I couldn't be there today, unfortunately, but you know that I love you. I know you will always be with me. You will always be with Renzi. And you'll always be with all of us. Thank you for everything you've done for all of us. We all love you.
On behalf of my family and I, we would like to thank you all for taking the time out to be here during our time of grief. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to be there in person due to the newest member of our family, Ma's first great-granddaughter and second great-grandchild being only 1 month old. Although I couldn't be there in person, today I'd like to say a few words and share some of my fondest memories as a tribute to Ma. I'll always remember Ma by how petite she was, with her sewn dresses, her parted toes, messy gray hair, contagious smile, soft laugh, sweet tender voice, and for the unconditional love she showered all of us in, especially her grandkids. Ma was gentle and understanding. In her eyes, we could never do anything wrong. I miss the days when both Ma and Pa would visit us in the States. My brother and I would bother and harass from both Ma and Pa as if it were our jobs, but in reality, it was just our love language. There was a time where we pushed Ma so much that she chased us around the house with a regular fork and spoon as if she was going to give us licks, and she told us she would. But of course, we weren't intimidated because Ma could hardly hurt a fly. It was all love, and Ma knew that. When we would visit her in Trinidad, Ma would always have our favorite foods hot and ready so that as soon as we get there, we could eat. Eventually, we stopped telling her that we were coming, and we would just surprise her. And even then, she would insist to feed us. She would always ask, like, can I make something for you guys, or let me cook something really fast? And we would have to like beg her not to do anything, because as old as she was, she just wanted to do the best for us and do whatever she can for us. As time went by, the tables turned, and I would always bring her food instead and beg her to eat with us, all of us, me and Anisha, Nicholas. We would just have to sit there and beg her to eat 1 or 2 French fries because she's always full, even though she doesn't eat. But yeah, and eventually I just started sending like all her favorite cookies and cakes and things like that from New York whenever I knew someone was coming to Trinidad, or I'd do so myself when I'm coming, or if I knew someone was coming, I would just stack things for her that I knew she would like. Growing up, Ma would always talk to me, Vasha, Anisha, and Nick about our futures and how she would dance for our weddings. I didn't include Priya, Miriam, and Sonia because they weren't around at that time. It was just the 4 of us. And this conversation, she would always joke around with us. During that time, those kind of talks seemed so far and like decades away. My mom always says she has the best mother-in-law, and I couldn't agree more. She treated my mom no different than Auntie Malti. I've always admired the relationship that my mom and Ma had, and always kept their relationship as the example of what I wanted for myself. We couldn't imagine a future without Ma. The future that we spoke about that felt like decades away is now here. I got married last year and recently had a baby. Near or far, Ma was so excited. She never failed to show her excitement of how genuinely happy she was. The moment Ma found out I was pregnant, she was so happy, and it felt like she fought and waited to see the baby. She kept saying how great the news was and how happy she is. The first time Ma saw my belly over FaceTime, my pregnant belly over FaceTime, the look in her eyes was filled with so much love and joy. She had a smile I would never forget. Before the baby even came, she was so excited and sent a necklace all the way from Trinidad to New York for the baby. On FaceTime one day, Ma told me to send the baby for her. She actually told me this about a week before she passed away. She said to send the baby so she could take care of her. And I told her, how can I send the baby for you if you can't even take care of yourself? But I promised her that if she did get better, I would bring the baby soon for her to see. And I've always said that even before I had the baby while being pregnant, I kept telling her I would bring the baby for her. I wish I could have brought the baby to meet her in person, but I'm so happy that the baby would have something to remember her by. My heart is broken as much as I'll miss you, but I'm also at ease knowing that you are now reuniting with Pa and your daughter that your heart has longed for many, many years. Ma, I want to thank you wholeheartedly for being the best mother, mother-in-law, grandmother, grandma-in-law, and for being also the great grandma that you were. We couldn't have asked for somebody better than you. You have showered up each of us with your love unconditionally and have given us the best memories to hold on to. Our family has definitely lost a gem, but you'll always live through each of us and your memories will forever be embedded in our hearts. I'll make sure your great-granddaughter knows how special you were to all of us, and we'll miss you. And she says, thank you, Ma, for sending me my necklace. We're gonna miss you, and we'll love you forever. Bye, Ma. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
My grandmother was a remarkable woman. She was loving, thoughtful, and always selfless. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get to know her as much as I hoped, but from all the stories I've heard and my own memories of her, I can guarantee that she was truly amazing. I remember one of the last times I visited her, I stood at the front door and called out her name. She immediately called back at me. Even though that visit was supposed to be a surprise, it's like she'd already known I was coming. I never expected that trip to be one of the last times I would see her. One of the last times I would get to hug her, and one of the last times I would get to hear her voice. I wish I could have one last moment with her. Even if we didn't talk, just to be in her presence again would be a blessing. A couple days before my dad told me Ma had passed, she was in my dream. In this dream, we sat together and talked for a long time. When we had finished talking, she gave me a hug, said goodbye, and left. I immediately woke up after that. At the time, I didn't think anything of the dream, but now, looking back, it really feels like she was trying to say bye to me one last time. Grandma, every day I will continue to miss you, and every day I will think of you and all the memories we've shared together. Even though today is the day we all say goodbye, I know you will always be here in spirit, so no matter what, I will always and forever hold on to that.
As we
Grandma,
conclude,
every day I will continue to miss you, and every day I will think of you and all the memories we've shared together. Even though today is the day we all say goodbye, I know you will always be here in spirit, so no matter what, I will always and forever hold on to that.
let us all stand, please. As we conclude, seeking the blessings of the Lord, asking Him today to please bless that soul, bring joy, love, and happiness to that soul. My dear devotees, it tells us that when we born in this world and we came here with our hands totally empty. And when we leave this world, we leave with our hands totally empty again. But our karma depends on our doings upon earth. This is where we will be going. You will be leaving here these good or bad deeds of karma. Om. Om. Narayanam Paramatmaye Purushatam Brahma Vishnu Maheshwaram. Om Krishna Krishna Kripalo Gangavaram Samritram Magaram Praside Purushottam Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandho Cha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Everybody repeat. Om Tat Sat Pret Atma Shanti. Let joy, love and happiness prevail over our soul. Om Tat Sat Pret Atma Shanti. Om Tat Sat Pret Atma Shanti. Mangala. All right, you boys put your flowers in the box. Right, wrong. Some come on this side, some remain on that side. Rest your hand in the box. As now, that this is where you will be taking the body to the shore for cremation. And now you're telling her, oh mother, that today that we all will be going with you, but until a certain point. And from there that we'll be leaving you, but we know that you will be well taken care of by the Holy One. Om Pregai Pregi Pratibhe Priyoshatam Parteta Uma Rajaniti Arya Magyanam Om Namo Garadam Prasatam Garade Devaye Yatro Parishwaram Devaye Namam Sarusuriya Chachi Bhati Pratibhe Namam Hara Devaye Namo Namam Om Somhaye Pratibhedam Asyanam Namastute Namam Madhutarayushvatam Namo Namah. Say Ram Nam. Say Ram Nam Satya Hai. Ram Nam. When I say Ram Nam, you say Ram Nam. And when I say Satya Hai, then you say Satya Hai. You don't say it before me. We not put in the horse behind the cart. We put in the horse in, say it, in front of the cart. Ram Nam Satya Hai. The name of God is nothing but truth. Ram Nam Satya Hai. Ram Nam Satya Hai. Bol Siyawari Ramachandra ki jai. Mangalam. So now you all can have your seat and we'll have your, those who did not view the body as yet, they could come and view the body now and put their flowers, and from there we'll be leaving. We give you all 10 minutes to do that.
Okay.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Krishna